chamber.
Do I do this?
Do what?
That was sad. It was just I just farted for no
now
reason.
I feel one loading, but I know it's not going to be a. Hold on.
That's my mic. All right.
All right, ready? And we're live.
Sick. All right. Let me just.
You have to keep the fart in though.
Yeah, of course.
That was so good.
All right.
And we were talking about, have you ever heard your parents say the N-word?
Yeah. Look, right now, I'm not gonna lie. You're talking very structured.
Yeah.
This has to be a very loose, relaxed.
Dude, we
thing.
just started.
It's gotta be like.
We don't even know what this is yet.
I know.
5 seconds
But we
into
know
something
what it's gonna. We know what it's gonna be though.
I do. Yeah, I do know. But 5 seconds.
We've already got 3 bullet
But
points.
5 seconds into something that doesn't exist, you're like,
Well,
cut it all.
Of course it exists. It's here now.
You're right.
A few moments later.
No, I think we have to delete all this so far. But
You want to start over?
yes.
You want to clap? So your mom's Australian boyfriend.
My mom's Australian boyfriend. It's a whole long thing. Yeah.
2, 1. And we're back.
Fuck.
This is
All right.
a huge mistake.
The people. He's a shipwright, so he
Mhm.
works on docks and with
Oh,
and with
wow.
boats.
What's he doing over here?
Very sexy. No, he's in Australia still.
Oh, okay.
But they have it's a crazy long distance.
On and off.
Mostly on. Oh man, she's not gonna watch this. He's not gonna watch this.
You're more worried about
I've
that
seen
than
his-
dropping.
I've seen his cock.
Damn, really? Seen Australian cock?
He's got a nice piece.
Damn, that sucks so bad.
No, it's good. I want. People make jokes about like your mom getting fucked. I'm like, please take care of my mom.
That's sweet of you, actually.
It is because of my dad, like all that stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
she deserves to get.
Okay, you know
No,
what?
seriously.
It-
So I saw it. Now, well,
It's
so
not too big though, right?
no.
Okay.
It's pretty good. But but so I was literally sitting at like the dining like a high dining room table, and then she was on her she like opened her laptop and I was on my little Chromebook doing like math homework or whatever, like junior year of high school, and I just look over, she opens her laptop, it's just full on cock shot. Like he just like took a and then she like slammed it closed, and as she rotated her head to look if I was looking, I rotated my head back to my Chromebook. And it's burned into my memory. And then I went straight downstairs to my brother's room was in the basement, and I was like, Teddy, and he's like, don't. And I was like, I just saw, and he's like, don't. And I was like, I just saw.
Mom's a lucky woman.
Yeah. But
foreskin.
no.
Good.
I mean,
Clean.
actually, I don't think so. When you're hard and you have foreskin, you can't tell.
Yeah, you can't really tell. Well,
I'm uncut.
us-
I've had girls ask after.
I'm uncut.
Dude.
Have we not talked about this?
That's huge. We have
That's
to
the
do a
new
better
name
bump.
of Uncut Brothers.
Yeah, uncut gang.
Sick,
Seriously.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
very.
remember,
I'm very proud of my
Like when we were in
foreskin.
high school, there was like team light skin, team faux skin. Or
No.
no, five. Like team, it'd be like black people. Like I'm team light skin. I'm team dark skin.
Sure.
There's never any voice for team foreskin.
No, dude. So yeah, there are not a lot of open advocates for foreskin,
No.
especially in the States. It's very frustrating. As a kid, very ashamed of my foreskin, and then I grew to love it. And every girl I've been with has asked me after sex, been like, "Do you have foreskin?"
Really?
And I've been like, "Yeah, that's why it felt so good."
I haven't had any. No, there's cheese all over my pussy. It's covered in cheese. It smells disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of cheese in
I
there.
have not had any woman comment. I was terrified of.
I was so scared.
for a woman to see it.
Same.
I thought it was a monster.
Same.
Freak.
Just 'cause my guy's got a hoodie on.
Just 'cause my guys. It was also mine was like very tight and uncomfortable for a long time.
It's crazy how similar we are.
I know, dude.
Dude, all right. I don't know if I think I'm just going to tell this to America. No, I'm not. I didn't so mine was so tight that I did not pull it back till I was like a sophomore in high school,
Okay.
and that was one of the craziest experiences of my life
Because it was just.
it always just looked like my brother would describe because of my twin brother, but he's fraternal, but still got an uncut cock. We have that much in common. But I remember we would talk about like our dick when we're hard. It just looks like a cannon with a loaded cannonball in it. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
And
brother.
and then one day I was like, I gotta tear the Band-Aid off, and I literally just went to the bathroom and I was like, yeah, and I just fucking, I just pulled it all the way down. The stench was
Dude, I have
unbelievable.
the exact same memory.
Every guy I've talked to that's uncut has been like, I didn't find out until I was 37. Like every single guy.
Dude,
What's
I
yours?
remember pulling it back for the first time and be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Why
dude.
is that all there? And then my fucking dad, I was like, hey, Dad, I just pulled it back and there was like a bunch of weird stuff there. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's normal. And then we never talked about it again. He
That's a
gave
good
me
father.
No guidance.
It's a good father. He'll say the N-word, but he will not talk about the first
He
game.
will not give me health advice.
He's like, no, you're good. Dude, the first thing that I did after I pulled it back, it was like incredibly sensitive, as I'm sure it was for you.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibly sensitive, like to the point where it like hurt to touch. And I remember like I very clearly had the thought, I was like, I have to jerk off right now. I have to like mark this moment by jerking off for the first time. And I literally was like, just like the most painful orgasm of my entire life.
I had this weird insecurity for a while because normally I get hard and the hood would stay up. And then when
That's how I was.
when you ejaculate, the hood kind of catches it and acts as like a buffer, like a silencer, you know? So I was like, oh, I really want to...
It's me shooting a load on.
like James Bond.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. But, so I was like, well, I want to be able to shoot ropes far,
For sure. Everybody wants to.
but I have
Spider-Man.
this thing. So I would like try and like jerk and at the last moment pull it back. But I could never do it because anytime I pulled it back, it'd be like, now I'm not focusing on the pleasure. And now it's become like an ordeal and this thing I have to accomplish, you know, so.
It's a real mental game.
All right, so that's
I
done.
was talking to Sam Biru about this today. The angle of my cock, it goes straight and then at the very end it goes down.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It looks like a xenomorph from Aliens.
For real? Yours does that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, so I have a
Whoa.
very weird looking dick. An ex of mine called it Rufus, the naked
Rufus?
mole rat from Kim Possible.
I know the shape.
I didn't
Oh
enjoy
my
that.
God.
I did not enjoy that. Also, one time I was just like laying there soft. God, I hope she doesn't listen to this. I was just laying there soft one time, and she did the, is this thing on? To my cock. And dude, it was,
Don't be funnier than me, bitch.
it was not funny. It was hack. It was at the point I was just like, that's good. That's great.
Is it while you were doing comedy or?
No, it was before. That same girl, damn, I should not be saying these things. That same girl asked me, this was before I even did stand-up, but I knew I wanted to do it coming out of college. And she asked me, she was like, if it was between me or stand-up, which would you choose? And I was like, stand-up, easily.
You told me that, dude. You've been a psycho from before you had reason to be.
But you have to.
Yeah, I guess. The idea of stand-up was so much more appealing.
Well, stand-up is always going to be there for you.
Have you ever...
I believe.
Open mics will, but do you want to do
That's all
open?
I need,
do you want to
man.
be going to open mics?
You ever
10 years from
crushed at an open mic? There's no better feeling in the world.
now? Dude. Open mics.
I can't believe how hard I bombed at Will's. That
Yeah,
was
that
so
sucked,
horrible,
dude. I felt
dude.
bad. Yeah.
So I was also so fucking high, and I woke up. So I had a really shitty Saturday, and I was working out this bit about and it involved talking about my childhood and like the bad. There was a there's like a 4-year period where a lot of bad shit happened, and I covered that. And I was rehearsing in my room holding these microphones. I was like, I've never rehearsed with a mic. And I just kept getting more detailed and more detailed. And I just started I just broke down in my room.
Really?
So I cried myself to sleep. It was, and then I woke up the next morning and I saw the sun. I stretched and I was like, I'm not gonna smoke today. And then my roommate 2 minutes later was like, do you want to get high as fuck and play Wii golf? And I was like, let's get high as fuck and play Wii golf. And then so after that, I was like, I'm not gonna get high again. And then me and Jackson White went to go get clothes for the skit we're gonna do, and he gave me his pen, and I was like, I'm not gonna turn down that. And then we get to Will's, and I'm sitting at a table with people I don't want to be sitting with, and Devin Glass comes up to me, and he's like, I owe you one. Do you want to come outside and smoke a joint? So him and I split an entire joint.
Damn.
I went up on stage. You saw it. I literally just lost track of where I was like 3 separate times
Yeah.
and did not return gracefully.
Yeah.
And then the ending of that was so I was standing there and I did the joke about my half sister where it's like listen people, I'm not attracted to her, but I am half attracted. And I literally did that on the show and it did very well. I did it at Will's. It got literally somebody in the crowd, I think it might have been Ali Soroka, just said it was just like a vacuum of silence, and then I just heard someone go, Harry.
Yeah, I hate when.
And I put the mic on my leg like that, and I was like, I didn't mean to do it. I did not mean to do it. And then right after Joe Fernandez, I just hear him as I'm trying to sprint out of there. He just goes like, "What do you think you are, Dave Chappelle?" And I was like,
yeah.
God,
Dude, I mean, it's just like the nature of comedy. It's like sometimes something will be funny in like one room, and it just won't be funny in the next.
I find that
Comedy's such a fickle, stupid,
yes,
like
volatile.
performance art. It like if people like don't really want to be there, it's the most annoying thing in the world, live comedy.
Yeah. And bad comedy is so bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's unbearable.
It's like really hard to
I'm starting to like feel bad sometimes when I do comedy on certain shows. If it's like not a great show, I'm like, I'm putting you people through something. This is a bad memory you're
That's
gonna have.
the worst thing is like, not only am I doing bad, I can deal with the fact that I'm doing bad. I am making everybody in this room uncomfortable because I just made a joke about kids who died in school shootings and how theoretically they have it better because they have eternal youth. And nobody is following my logic, and I'm just like so autistic. I'm just like, the logic is there.
Logic is there.
It should work.
Yeah. We're talking about a shrooms experience?
Yeah. I think the shrooms are hitting me right now.
A little bit, yeah.
I think I just locked in to another level. Yeah.
think
Did you
so?
know that ancient hunters used to take mushrooms before they went hunting because it improves your visual acuity?
I didn't know that, but that's crazy.
It is.
I think Vikings took them too.
Yeah, before they pillaged and the other thing.
Before they pillaged and plundered, yeah.
Well, there's a third.
I think that falls under plunder.
Raping is not plunder.
What's plunder?
Isn't plunder you take their treasure? I guess pussy is treasure.
Isn't that what pillaging is?
Hey there.
You better treasure it.
What's the difference between a pillage and a plunder? Can you pillage a pussy? Can you plunder a pussy?
I can pull it.
Listen, I've pillaged plenty of pussies.
I always just assumed rape was a form of plunder, but I don't know what plunder is, I guess.
Pillage and plunder. I know pirates plunder.
Pirates plunder, but they also pillage, don't they?
But pillage, plunder, and
Maybe pillage, you have to
it's rape and pillage. Seriously.
pillage has
It's
to be
rape and pillage or pillage and plunder.
Pillage?
It's never rape and plunder. So by that, we could deduce that rape and plunder might be the same thing, right?
What if pillage is land-based? Plunder has to do with
Aquatic.
monetary value
I think it does.
and
Plunder.
items and rape. Just you can rape anyone, anywhere.
Yeah, it's a very universal.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. What did we
I have
to say
dreams
about
about being raped. Do you? I really do.
You
I have
dreams about being
nightmares.
raped?
Dude, I had a dream the other night about being raped. Terrifying. So have you ever taken pre-workout?
Yeah, plenty of times.
I had to stop taking it because I had such one of the biggest side effects was that I had visceral nightmares of me being raped.
Would you take it at night?
No, I took it. Well, I took it in the morning before my workout. So obviously I'm a skinny guy. When I took it, I was in high school. I was like 130, sopping wet, and like 5'10". I'm now 6 foot.
Hear that,
Yeah,
bitches?
that's right, with shoes on, but that's what matters. I have shoes on 90% of the time. That's only when you're gonna
fucks with
see me.
shoes on.
Yeah.
Like a
And then
cool
when I
black
lie
guy.
down, my spine decompresses. So if you're lying next to me, I will be 6 foot tall. Anyway, what the
I'm
fuck
6
was I
feet
saying?
compressed.
Decompress.
Decompressed. I'm 6 feet decompressed.
Yeah. If you're 6 feet compressed, you have the world in your fucking. The world is your oyster. But so I took pre-workout. I was like, I gotta get in shape, like before going to college to play lacrosse. And I was like, so I took pre-workout, and I went to work out. I lifted for 2 hours, and then I shot around with a basketball for 3 hours, and I didn't drink a single drop of water. I literally have never been more lightheaded in my entire life.
Yeah, I bet.
And then that night, I had a visceral dream of a girl raping me. And then, dude, I Googled it, and people get weird dreams on pre-workout. It's a thing, and I had to stop.
How was she raping you? How did you let her rape you? You obviously didn't take your pre-workout in the dream.
No. I woke up. The dream was that I was just laying in my bed, and I woke up, and there was just this girl. It's a specific girl from my high school, who I won't say the name of. But she was very attractive. So it was sort of like rape catch 22, where you're like, is this rape if I enjoy it?
If I'm coming,
I've never come in my dreams.
Get you?
How'd she get me?
Yeah.
I assume she drugged me.
But what was this like? Did you have you pinned down and you couldn't get up?
No, I came to in my dream. Came in.
I came too.
Nice. Dude, we gotta get better at bumping mic.
There we go.
No, I just woke up. I mean, you already farted on it. I just woke up, and it was just the image of her riding me, and she was kind of just like, go back to sleep. And this is before I had ever had sex, too, so I was kind of juiced.
Yeah, I bet.
It's kind of like, yes. And then I woke up.
This sounds awesome. This doesn't sound like rape at all. You wake up to get your dick getting ridden.
Ridden? My dick hath been ridden. She hath ridden my
It's
my
been
cock.
a fortnight since
She hath
my
ridden
dick hath been ridden.
my phallus. Yeah.
Stroked and galloped upon.
I guess in a way it was. I've had dreams of getting raped by guys, though.
That's crazy.
That sucks.
No, you weren't into that?
It really does suck.
How did those?
It's always
What kind of pre-workout was that?
no pre-workout. That
No
was just
pre, that was
a
just
little
raw.
bit of Nutella and bread before bed.
Raw subconscious.
Yeah, just stuff my fat little tummy, and then I went to bed. And there's like a recurring one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say I have recurring rape dreams, but I have been raped multiple times in my dreams.
It's
normally like the guy.
That's recurring.
He just like grabs my cock, and then he starts squeezing, and I'm like, stop, and he starts squeezing, and then he just squeezes as hard as he can, and I'm literally just like, just fucking screaming in my dream, and it's always outside. It's never in a house. It's always like I'm on the side of an interstate, and there's a guy just squeezing my
Do
cock
you think
as hard as he
somewhere
can.
else there's a guy who's having like the best dream of his life?
Yeah, just him.
Just squeezing boy cock, young boy cock, young hairy cock.
I like to think that every time you have a dream and there's somebody in that dream, they're having the same dream from their perspective.
That's cool. Yeah, like there's that SpongeBob where you could like.
Is it?
There's an episode where people are like jumping around dreams.
Yeah, that would be super
Squeezing
cool.
cocks too.
But
Mhm.
if that's the case, then
SpongeBob.
who was that?
You're squeezing my cock. That's supposed to be Squidward.
Oh, that was good.
Thanks. Who
Oh,
else?
boy.
Who else? I can't.
No, wait.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
I'm trying. That was good too. I'm trying to practice clarinet, and you keep squeezing my cock.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, I'm gonna come.
Sandy Cheeks, what a name. Right?
Sandy Cheeks.
They knew what they were doing. Have you ever had sex on a beach? What's the craziest place you've ever had sex? Boom!
That's good.
In my mother's vagina.
Craziest
No.
place I ever
JK,
had sex.
JK.
The basement of my fraternity, which sounds not
God,
that crazy,
you are
but it was
such
like
an asshole.
I
dude.
know it is.
I played college lacrosse, and that made me like
I had to like. It was kind of because there's like this secret room for like this is gonna get douchey, but
50 Shades.
but for the fraternity rituals, there's a secret room that we couldn't allow anyone in because it's for the fraternity rituals only.
Oh man.
But so
What was your frat's name? Kappa Kappa Rape? I'm gonna cut that.
No, it was
That was bad.
Fappa Alpha Gamma,
Damn it. That's so good. Fagga Alpha Gamma.
but FAG. So
Yeah.
fagga fag.
Fagga Fag.
Yeah, welcome to Fagga Fagga Fag.
Kaifa.
My name's JT, and I'm squeezing my boy Harry's cock. Do you want to be a brother?
As hard as I humanly can.
You
All
have
right,
to let
so
me
wait,
squeeze
you were
your
in the
cock.
sex room? What
wasn't
was it
sexual.
called? What was the name of it?
I don't even remember. It was just like the secret room, and it was like there was like a podium on it, and but the thing is like there was someone's like like there's like positions in the house like or whatever. So someone's job was like the ritual keeper, and he had the keys to the room. So I had to tell him like, hey, if this is the
I'm
douchiest-
imagining like a giant key ring with like the 2-pronged
It's
key.
gonna get so much douchier. So I was like, hey,
man.
I think I left my jewel in the ritual room. Would you mind if I grab the keys to go to get it?
You scum.
And he was like, yeah, sure. And so then, honestly, the crazy part of the story is that woman let me have sex with her in this just mildew-infested, nasty
What is it? Just like
fraternity
a
basement.
basement?
It's a basement, but it's just like the part where the podium was just like not kept, and it was like nasty and mildewy in there. But it was fun because it was kind of just like, oh, we're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, yeah. He let you both in?
No, so I left my jewel in there. Would you mind if I borrow the keys to go look for it? He said, yeah, sure. So I just took the keys and then like an hour later, I came back. I was like, couldn't find it.
Oh man, just your balls are empty. Nah, couldn't find it. Sorry. It's like you got a little skip in your step. Dude, I tried to. I've not really had any crazy sex. I mean, crazy good. You know, but I tried in high school. One of my friends on the lacrosse team, he told me, he was like, I brought my girlfriend to Victoria's Secret, and then we had sex in the changing room, and I was like, that's got to be the hottest thing ever. So then I told my girlfriend, she was all on board with it, and we go to Victoria's Secret. She picks out like a bunch of fucking outfits, literally like 7 outfits of lingerie, and then we just go to walk in together. And a huge black lady's like, you can't go in with her. Like a DMV, like,
Damn,
you know, the kind of woman that like they'd hire as like a crossing guard for an elementary school. That's just like extremely loud and aggressive.
Victoria's Secret is I'm gonna beat your ass if you go in that change room with that white girl there.
Get your white ass out of here.
Your goofy ass, thick ass neck, skinny ass wrist, boy.
I do have a thick ass neck and skinny ass wrist.
I have skinny wrists too. That's why I said that.
Yeah,
I'm very insecure about that.
Yeah. My neck's too thick. It's honestly too thick.
It's a cool thing.
But so she didn't let me in, and then I just had to wander around Victoria's Secret for like 2 hours as my girlfriend just tried on clothes.
2 hours?
Not 2 hours. Like
yeah.
It felt like 2 hours. It was probably like half an hour.
That's not fun. You're walking around. That's a weird.
God, that fucking sucked so much. I thought I was gonna get poontang.
Oh, I can't say.
Yeah,
I won't say what.
Patreon, dude.
I had sex in the basement of indie comedy club in Chicago. Indie DIY.
Was this James Najjar's show? The apartment show?
No, like an actual comedy club, just like indie.
What do you just say the name of the place?
The Lincoln Lodge.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's the basement like? How did that happen?
I don't.
Don't you have like full blown herpes?
It didn't come from the basement.
That would make sense though.
It came from. It's only my fault, and it came from my decisions at that time in my life.
That was very wise. The basement.
And a whore. No. I don't want to talk about.
Whoa.
That was a joke. I don't think that about this. That's why I didn't want to bring this up. But it was like her idea. We were there after hours. It was like a fun thing to do.
Why not the clown bathroom?
That'd be weird.
Come on, dude. I genuinely want to have sex in the clown bathroom.
You very easily have sex in the bathroom of a comedy club with little security. Yes.
None of the women like me in comedy. That's the problem.
None of the women.
No, they don't.
No, they don't like you. They don't like hard-hitting truthers like Harry.
No, dude. So a lot of people, they do comedy and it's just like this silly thing. And I sort of, I alienate people because I have a message to my comedy.
And that message is I'm a fat.
Yeah, the message is I'm a huge and being a picky eater is a lot like fucking kids.
And then you're like, I'm actually trying to do this. You're just doing this for fun.
It bothers me, yeah, when like people are just doing trivial bits about, dating's weird, and I'm like, fucking, you have no idea how fat Harriet Tubman's ass is. You have no idea.
I'm really going for something here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be different from the rest.
Comedy with a message is so much. It's so far, so vastly superior to just regular comedy.
I mean,
I don't
think,
even want to
think,
laugh when I watch comedy. I want to just take away something like knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
When I can tell that someone's trying to cram some sort of idea down my throat through the guise of a bad joke, I'm like, this is good.
Nice punchline. That's what I think every time. Great word economy.
Dude, this can't be that.
Do you think you're your authentic self on stage? Do you think you're really giving them the full max?
I don't know who my authentic self is.
You haven't found yourself? Dude,
No.
is that a wolf tattoo on your thigh?
Yeah, it's a wolf tattoo.
So you have found yourself.
Yeah, I'm a wolf.
Looks like you found yourself quite a while ago.
I found myself when I was 18.
Can you actually walk me through the whole process of getting that? Because getting a tattoo is no small thing.
No, it is. It's like I literally just
Wait, really quick. Geometric wolf tattoo.
yeah.
That is sick, dude. I've never looked at it close
gay.
up.
I was like I turned 18 with a friend of mine and we were like, oh, we should get tattoos. So literally I just like Googled wolf tattoo. This was one of the first things that popped up that I liked. I went to a tattoo shop, showed it to the guy, and he was like, okay. And they just did it on me.
Very quick.
It was like late.
How long after he lifted his needle from your skin did you think I fucked up?
Dude, I remember getting the tattoo and being like, man, this is gonna be on me forever, huh? Yeah, and then
Forever?
and then I did actually when I was 18 I was like, wolves don't lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. I was like in my head I was like, before I even got the tattoo I was like, you actually cannot tell people that's what it's for. So I was like, I'll just tell people. I was like, yeah, I just like the design. But deep down I'm a wolf.
Man. Oh, how did that work? Telling people like, yeah, I'm just really into geometry.
So quickly after I got the tattoo, I was just like, yeah, I was just 18. I wanted to exercise my new rights.
You're like 18 and a half.
As
You're
an
just like,
adult.
I was just a young 18-year-old.
Yeah, the old me just wanted to.
Dude.
But yeah, it was, and it just like doesn't fit me as a person.
I think it fits excellent. I think it's like a very apt.
I think just tattoos in general. That's
Yeah,
so
I'm not
insulting.
I'm not a tattoo guy either,
No,
and I have the tattoo. We both have wolf tattoos technically.
Part of me does, if I ever get cheated on and I'm heartbroken, I'm just getting a bunch of tattoos on my arms.
Get a full sleeve
Yeah,
that just says.
that just says.
You know what you should do? What would be baller? Get a full sleeve, all just portraits of her family.
In blackface.
Yeah. Dark. People are gonna be like, that guy's just got like a dark sleeve, and they zoom in. That's a family. It'd be very impressive if you were a good enough tattoo artist to be able to tell, like, that's not a black guy on his arm. That's a white guy pretending to be a black guy.
Dude.
Such a stressful job, tattoo artist. I've always thought about that.
Yeah.
If you fuck up a single line, you're just.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's like
I drew a lot as a kid. Like seriously, I was in like advanced art classes. You need an eraser, or even if you're using a pen, like you have to like sketch around and like fill it in.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Especially like I always think about that, like with barbers or tattoo artists. Like you do that for the first. There's a first time you do that.
Yeah, there's a first time.
It's gonna look.
You
like
just
shit.
graduated from Great Clips University.
Yeah.
There's a first time that you.
It's like I told
somebody
you.
comes in.
I just wanted a portrait of my grandma. He's like, sorry, I thought you said blackface.
I thought you said grandma.
Sorry, it's my
in
first time.
blackface. Yeah.
It's my first time.
It's my first blackface tat. Please take it easy on me.
Like, I just wanted a haircut. No, sorry, blackface tattoo, first time.
Dude, I had a fucking lady at Great Clips. I mean, this is not. Oh, so I got this tattoo. The fucking shitty. Once more into the fray.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you
Might be
also have a
worse.
tattoo.
I know,
Oh, I
and
thought-
every single time, people see it. They're always like, "Oh, I forgot you had that," because it's sort of like they just cleared it
Yeah.
from their
Yeah,
mind.
it doesn't fit
Because
us.
it's that bad. No,
'Cause
it
we're,
doesn't
like,
fit us.
insecure, weird.
I'm not a tough guy.
Dude, that's the name of this podcast. Gay retard wolves.
No, it's not wolves.
The
it's
wolf.
another word.
The wolf retard.
Come on now.
They don't lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. These wolves.
Baba Black Sheep. All right. We gotta reel this
Oh,
in.
no, I ain't worried about no wolf. I mean, no sheep.
I have sheep friends.
No.
But what?
No, we're the sheep. And they're not losing sleep over our opinions.
They're not losing sleep over our opinion.
Wolves don't lose sleep over the opinion of.
Okay. Well. I got a tattoo.
I guess that I'm fine with this if this is what this is.
It is.
Yeah.
But dude, when I got my tattoo, the guy, if you look at it, it's crooked.
Yeah.
It's like very angled.
Yeah.
I wanted it not angled. I wanted it straight. I wanted it legible. And the guy like put the stencil on my collarbone, and I went with it like there was a guy I played tennis with this morning. He was like, "Look, we're gonna go get tattoos," and a guy in my life had just died, and I was like, "Any time is as good as now."
Yeah.
So I went, dude. I remember the tattoo guy. He was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I want a quote." And then he was like, "What quote?" And I was like, "Once more." I was like, "Once more into the fray," and he was like, "It's from the Liam Neeson movie with the wolves, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, the Gray." And he was like, "I love that movie." And I was like, "It's a great movie." And so in that moment, I was like, "This is the greatest idea I've ever had." And then they put the stencil on me. It's at like a 45-degree angle, and I'm looking in the mirror, and the guy's like, "Is that good? Is that all right?" And then it's not all right. I don't want it to be that way. And then I look in the mirror, and I'm like, I like clearly hesitate. I'm like, "Yeah, that's good." And then my friend from behind me goes, "Harry, if it's not good, tell them." He was like, "It's gonna be on you for your entire life. You should make sure it's good."
He said that
and
out loud?
so he told me that, and everybody looks at me, and he's giving me the out to say that it's not good. And I look at the guy, I'm like, "No, it's good."
No, that's how I want it. That's so funny.
And then he just did it to me. And then I remember like the first time I showed it to anybody, like the first 5 people said, they're like, "It's crooked." I was like, "Fuck!" And the thing is like tattoos are cool to a certain extent. And I kind of want to get, I want to have a good reason to get a tattoo. Like one that's cool.
I feel like
A cool tat is
I've
cool.
come to the conclusion in my head that the ones with no meaning are the cool ones. Like someone's just like, I just want like a spider web here because I like
No,
tattoos.
I hate those.
I like that.
Why'd you get a spider web on your face? Just 'cause.
Not on your face, but like just like I just wanted like a sparrow there because I like the design. And there's like certain like designs tattoo artists will do, or that are like common in the tattoo. That's the gayest thing I've ever said. Yeah, tattoos are gay.
Depends on the one.
I don't know. I go back and forth. Like every once in a while, I'll see someone with a bunch of just tattoos. I'm like, that looks cool. The person's cool. But then also like, I don't know. I see a guy who
How do you
looks.
feel? Well, how do you feel about tattoos on women?
Oh yeah.
Say you have a 10. Well, let's say you have an 8. Let's say you have an 8. She's got some nice tats. Let's say, like a couple hand tats, like a couple on like the back of her forearm.
Hand tats and neck tats. I hooked up with a girl who had hand and neck tats once. And
Neck tats.
That's a turn off for me.
Turn off.
The neck.
Initially or after you did it, and then you reflected.
I mean,
on
it was at a time in my life where I just needed to get laid, so I was just like, whatever. And she
Can't
was down.
relate.
Met on that app, Field.
Are you
Ever heard of
shitting me?
No.
What's Field?
FEELD. It's kind of it's designed for like you can make a joint account, so it's kind of designed for like couples or like polyamorous people who want to find someone to bring in. But it's also just like people on there are way more down to fuck get freaky. And it was kind of recently after I'd
What
gotten.
age were you?
This was recently. This is a fun story.
How recent?
This was in January, I think. But it was like a few months after I got herpes. I was like, I gotta get back out there and like meet someone and get laid.
Go on Field. They don't care.
So I found a girl with neck and hand tattoos who didn't care about herpes on Field. She was a really cool chick. We just like, dude. So actually, a couple. So
Yeah, go ahead. It's all you.
so we meet up, and this is also like when I was new to not drinking.
Yeah.
So all this, everything that happens sober. But so
Not
we
good.
meet up and we're like just talking, hang out, and we met on this app, and we kind of like agreed on the app like we want to hook up. So we met in person. We're like, and I was like, I got to be honest, like I live with my parents right now. We kind of can't go back to my place. And then she's like, I live with my dad right now. We can't go back to my place. So then we got like a motel room.
No way.
Yeah, it was
Just that night, you just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna
spur
go
of
to
the
a
moment,
Motel
we got
6."
a motel room. Yeah, and it was kind of sick, but she was menstruating,
Perfect.
and
A little more ink.
there were white sheets,
Beautiful.
and we did not get the security deposit back.
There's a security deposit for
Sec-
motels.
Yes. And with this basically stranger, we
So you were a little vampire that night.
yeah, a little bit, dude.
That's how desperate.
Yeah, but it was honestly, it was like, I'm glad I had that experience, but it was very like, it's like very slutty and like kind of like nasty, in a fun way though.
But you remember being like, this would be better if she didn't have a neck tattoo?
No, it's just like I just can't take this person seriously. If
What was the tattoo?
I don't, none of hers were like really meant anything.
How many were there?
She was pretty tatted up.
How many?
She didn't know.
That's bad. When you've lost count.
I think if like
You know the permanent things on my body? I have no idea how many there
if a girl just gets them on like her arms and legs and it's like a hobby, it's
are.
like yeah, I'm just like it's just like a thing I like, and I'm like, oh, you're more confident than I'll ever be.
I do. The confidence is sexy.
That's
I will say.
that's the thing. It's like
Just like you didn't care about having that.
I don't give a shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes me just think they're like more down. But then the neck and hand tattoo is like, oh, you've like given up on a lot of things, closed a lot of doors with that. I can't. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the location of the tattoo really matters a lot.
Yeah. Do you ever see people with feet tattoos? That pisses me off.
No, why would they do that?
I don't know, dude, but I just hate it.
That's weird.
I hate it so much.
Dude, my mom is like super anti-tattoo,
Yeah.
and she found out that I had this one obviously because over quarantine I just did like calisthenics, so I was just doing like pull-ups at like 2 a.m. and she was like, my sister was just like, "Oh my God, Harry has a tattoo now," and I was like, "Great, thank you, Allie." She probably wouldn't have noticed it without that, but and my mom was just like, "Oh, wonderful." Same way she is with my comedy.
Yeah.
But so my uncle had a tattoo. We were on his sailboat in Connecticut, and we were just like pulling out of the dock, and my mom just goes like, "Oh, I see you have a tattoo." To my uncle, like, "You have a new tattoo on your back. What's that about?" Kind of trying to be in like a gotcha thing, and he's like, "My best friend died." We were all like, "Oh, fuck." That's kind of a good reason.
Yeah. My best friend died.
It's like a phenomenal
Yeah,
reason.
what was the tattoo of?
It was like the steering wheel on a sailboat
Gotcha.
with his initials, I think.
Because his friend may be gone, but his lessons still guide him.
Yes. Could I grab another gumball?
Yeah.
Dude, fuck it. All right, hold it down for a little bit.
Yeah, tattoos. I don't know. Just anytime I see a guy who looks exactly like, not like exactly like, but like me or Harry with a bunch of tattoos, I'm just like, shut the fuck, go fuck yourself. Like, who do you think you are that you need to, like, you're not interesting. I guess it's just me projecting how I feel about myself. I don't think I'm that interesting, but like,
If the tattoos are your personality, there's a problem.
yeah, but it's also like, yeah, but it's like you get tattoos maybe because I don't know, you have something interesting. You think you have something interesting to say, and just a guy with us who already looks like he doesn't have much to say.
It's funny because we both do stand up.
Yeah, we're different. Not
No,
us.
we're actually interesting. We're like, most guys are boring.
We're actually,
but
most people just do this as a hobby. We're up and coming in the scene.
we're fascinating. We
The
really
scene-
have a shot.
We're the base. We're holding this scene up on our backs,
know-
dude. No one's hitting the
Yeah,
mics
dude.
as hard as we are.
When I'm at a mic and I look around, I think none of you losers are gonna make it.
When I'm hitting
But
the
me-
mics with the boys, when I'm hitting the mics with the boys,
I do hit the mics with the boys, dude. I
dude,
went
nothing's-
to
nothing like hitting the mics with the
There's
boys.
nothing like hitting the mics with the boys. I went to
Other
Uptown
than
Tap.
kissing them. I like kissing the boys.
You might have been in my dream, dude.
Kissing the boys. Yeah, I was
Uh,
raping you. I was squeezing your cock.
Squeezing my cock as hard as you could. I went to Uptown Tap one time, and I guess the last couple of times I'd been there, I had a couple of friends with me,
Mhm.
just that were comics, and I was like really one of those mics where you just sit in the back and you really mull. You know,
Yeah.
a mull mic.
That mic sucks.
And I was just sitting in the back. I like them. I like shitty mics. I love shitty mics. Well,
You
I'll get
do?
to that. But so I got there, and I did my set or whatever. I didn't really say a word to anybody. I was sitting next to Kaylee and Valerie, so I talked to them a little bit. And then the host came up to me at the end. And he was like, "What's up with you, man?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You normally friggin' rolling 6 deep in here. Normally got a squad with you. What's going on? You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But it made me like reflect. It's like, is that what people think of me?
The
Like
guy
I'm just
rolls
like
up to mics with
bringing
the
my
squad,
friends
yeah.
to mics. But guys, you gotta help. You gotta help
No,
me.
that's because everyone else is like lonely.
There are a lot of lonely people.
There's so many.
So many lonely
There's
people.
so many people who think like the open mic world is like. That's not think that is like their family, or like
Yeah.
their like primary friend group.
It's kind of like when you get drunk with somebody and you've never met them, and then at the end of the night they're like, "I love you, man,"
I fucking love you.
and you're like, "We're not there yet." I'm sorry. When I fucking
And then you wake up and you're like, oh yeah, that guy's fine, I guess.
yeah. He texts you in the morning. You get home safe. You're like, stop. When I hate when guys say I love
There's
you.
so many people I hung out with, so I don't see anymore when I stopped drinking.
That's kind of very revealing.
I know it was like a lot of the people I was around were just. I was just like. A lot of them were the same way, where they're just like they're kind of like their friendships are predicated on how often they see them at bars.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I stopped, I was like, it's just like, oh yeah, like I like these people, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, the alcohol definitely helps with that. And then it's like,
The alcohol is like a sense of community too. That's like when I stopped doing it, I got insanely depressed for like 2 months because I just like
that makes sense.
all of a sudden like this tertiary social environment outside of like work and
Tertiary?
my family. Yeah,
You're
was,
such
like,
a scumbag,
such
dude.
a fag.
I don't know why, but tertiary is so much more pretentious than secondary
Yeah,
or
I-
primary.
See, I just so seamlessly threw it in there though.
My fucking coach in
Mhm.
my lacrosse coach said tertiary one time, and there was a player on my team that was like, fucking tertiary. I'll never forget. I was like, you really just use tertiary?
Yeah,
But continue. Depressed, tertiary.
but it's just so because I was just like all of a sudden I feel like I like didn't have community, and then I guess I just got used to life
I just
being like that.
got used to being a sad loser.
I just came to terms with it. I was like, I'm not a sad loser. This is just my life now.
I
And I don't have
what?
I don't have like this big community anymore. I just have like friends that are busy, and I see them sometimes.
Yeah. Real friends are good.
Mm-hmm.
Real friends are good. You see a lot of people where it's kind of like island of misfit toys, where it's like oh man, I feel so mean saying this, but most people don't like either of you, so now you're sticking together.
Yeah,
That's so fucked up to say.
Yeah, you found each other. Yeah. No,
I have a real what really fucking truly bothers me
mm-hmm.
about like things that are social is that first of all, I hate how in comedy like people talk about like networking and shit and like
I hate when people talk about it while they're doing it.
yeah, it's like why I don't know. Just be a real person.
It's like
that's all really.
that's
That's kind of the key to just be
dude.
Be friendly.
I went to my first comedy festival, and like half of the
Hell yeah,
conversations I had were people just like, "Yeah, I don't really know anyone here, but it's like a good chance to like meet people and go to a new scene and get shows." It was like lonely, dude. I wasn't having fun.
It's not real.
It's not real. It was like there was like the best way someone put it was like it's like a work conference.
It is.
And then like it was kind of nice. I did like make friends with some people, but like it was a friendship born out of like. This sucks. You seem okay.
Those are the best friendships, though.
Yeah.
Where you're like bonding over this is extremely shitty.
We're just like I guess we're friends, but yeah. Yeah, dude. I hate that so much.
And I feel like everybody thinks they're owed friendship. It's like this thing that, for whatever reason, people. I think it's a lot like being funny. Everybody really believes they're funny.
And like likable and deserving.
And like exactly. And I guess I just think of like funny as a very big component to being necessary to like a friendship because all my friends are funny in some way. Even like my friends that are non-comics, it's like I wouldn't hang out with you if you weren't funny in some capacity.
Yeah.
because that's just like, if I'm hanging out with you, that's what I want to do. I
don't
want
even
to
know
laugh.
what I value in like a guy friend besides being funny.
There's not.
That's
Me and
literally-
Drew have talked about this. Like,
Yeah.
all we care about is laughing.
Yeah.
If you're hanging out with your friends, what are you trying to do other than laugh?
Yeah, literally just honestly, yeah. Like hanging out on Drew's deck and drinking LaCroix is so much more fun than it's literally I don't want to go to Europe. I don't want to travel. I just want to like sit on a deck with guys.
Doesn't matter where you are.
I just want to hang out with dudes.
I think women are jealous of the fact that dudes can just veg out together.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
that.
Yeah.
But I totally agree. I think, like, I have those moments where I was I'm about to get kind of gay right now, but I was on shrooms with all the gang that's going to New York,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just sitting in the doorway, and I was just kind of like, this is the most fun I could have. Is just with my friends. Like, if you're truly with people that are your best friends,
Mm-hmm.
and you're all having a good time, there's no phones, and you're just sitting there and talking, and you're like, this is it. Like, this is as good as life gets.
Yeah, and then the thing is people that, they get their golden handcuffs and wrapped up in life and like they get a job outside of college and they get promoted and it gets stressful, but they're making money, so they like to deal with the stress, they get a new apartment and then they get sucked in their relationship and then it's like, oh, we have to like do things to, give this life purpose, so then they like go to Europe and then that's like
You
They're-
really
they're 2 weeks of purpose out of this, 50 weeks of just who gives a fuck.
nothingness.
Yeah. Of working 5 days a week just to get hammered on the weekend.
I talked about this in the hour-long video that I talked to a camera in my room. It's so depressing that
Yeah.
like you go to work
Mhm.
5 days a week and you hate it. Like,
Mhm.
you literally, and if you want to look at it, like, the lion's share, I'm not gonna say that. The majority of your life, especially after you graduate college, is just gonna be you working. Like, just if you want to look at it like a pure numbers, if you're working at 9
Yeah.
to 5, the majority of your life is you working. Everybody hates their job, so you're just saying you voluntarily do something that you hate for the majority of your life.
Mhm.
And then because you hate that, or because it's just so taxing, then on the 2 days that you're not doing that, you just get obliterated.
Yeah, because you don't have any other reason to live.
Yeah.
That's why, like, honestly, like, that was gonna be gay. I was just say comedy, but
No,
It's
dude.
it's like you don't have any like sense of people don't have any sense of purpose. That's why they have kids. Then that's why people
Daniel
have kids.
Tosh has a joke about that.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't know, you try. It looks like me.
yeah. But yeah, other than that, it's like like I see like my like high school friends, like they're going to some street festival this weekend, and it's like that's all they do in the summer is go to a street. I just like I can't imagine. I don't know. Well, it's also like I bet you just get used to the monotony of that life, and then that becomes comforting, and like and you like learn to enjoy it, which is like the idea of it is depressing, but if you're in it, there's like
Yeah. I think, you get desensitized to it to the point where, like, things that are not that interesting become more interesting. And so you put, like, a higher value on them. Whereas, I mean, open mics you can talk about, like, you could say, like, open mics suck. But the reality of the situation is most people will never go to an open mic in their lives.
yeah.
And we've experienced things at open mics that nobody else will ever experience. We've seen things that nobody will ever see.
Yeah.
And we've laughed so hard that we couldn't breathe at open mics. I don't even like being social. I don't even like going out. But just doing an open mic, I'm more social than like 90% of people. Just
Yeah.
by virtue of being around people that want
Yeah.
to do the same thing I want to do.
Open mics are fun, but they are like, but I guess the thing I have is like they're just sad. Like there's some people that are there. I'm like, you've been doing this for so long.
Yes.
You clearly like don't really
Yes.
believe in yourself. Don't have any.
They do get very sad.
It's like you have to not go to. You have to. This shouldn't be it.
I try not to think about other people too much at open mics.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially people where Well, the reality of our it's such a unique thing that we're doing because I mean, I guess it's not unique because everything that you're doing, if if you have a specialization, you know that the top 1% is only going to be the top 1%. Like there's only a certain number of people individuals that can excel at this thing
Mm-hmm.
at the highest level. But with stand up, I just feel like it's so in your face. Like when I played lacrosse and I was trying to get recruited for college, it was sort of like this we you'd play and you'd kind of be like, I can go to this school, I can go to this school, and you sort of in the back of your head you're like, I could go D1, you know. Like it was like I could you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when you talk to people about like their high school grades. They're like, if I tried, I would have gotten all A's.
Mm-hmm.
With comedy, it's like you just watch people, and from the millisecond that you watch them get on stage, you're like, you're not gonna make it. It's so fucked up, but it's like, and I'm sure people have watched me and thought the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the reality of it is, and that's the cruel thing. And we're doing a podcast that like nobody's gonna listen to, potentially,
But then
or
episode
people
1,
could.
you know.
But it's just like if you're looking at this realistically, it's just like there are for every single person that you see that is on Netflix and has done well or whatever for themselves, there are 1,000 other people. You fucking idiot. Was it off the entire time? Oh, thank God. Yeah, if it's up.
It's up.
But there are just like so many people that are just failing in obscurity, and we watch them. And people that we watch them, we're like, we know nothing's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we're young, so we can still have that idea of like, no, I've got time.
Yeah. It's just like
I think about this quite a lot.
the people you see who are like, it's just they're telling themselves this is gonna work out, but like clearly like, I don't know.
Why are you here? Why are you really here?
You're just doing this to not
Address other things.
Yeah. Oh, that's also the most fucking annoying thing is when people just go up there and just belt about their fucking
God, I
life.
fucking can't stand that shit.
Shut
That is
up,
so
dude.
egotistical.
This not the yeah.
This isn't a joke, but tell me a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Or at least make it funny.
Yeah.
There are some people who, if like one of the funniest guys I've ever met, I played lacrosse with. His name was Luke Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Is a kid from upstate New York, and him complaining was so funny. Just like hearing him complain about shit, I could literally listen to it all day because he made it funny. A lot of people just don't make it funny, and then they go up and they expect you to give a shit. I'm thinking of a comic specifically in the scene. Her name. I'm gonna believe that, but
yeah, dude.
yeah, they make 10 minutes feel like 40, just because they're talking about themselves. And it's like, do you not realize that people don't give a shit?
Oh, she is.
And you're not gonna make it funny.
Unlikable.
She's the most
Dude,
unlikable person I've ever met in my life.
Sucks, dude. Isn't it funny too when you like there's someone who like 70% of the time you see them they're just such a bummer, you hate them, but then like then they really catch you off guard when they're like, "Oh, hey, good to see ya."
Yeah,
It's like you're trying to pull it together today, like you're trying to
I know.
you know.
it's because like they can literally be like, "Good afternoon." I'm like, maybe she's not so bad.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm like, maybe she does have a soul.
which makes you realize it's
Such a bare
it's
minimum.
so easy to be because it's like, you know, someone you don't like, they just then they start being pleasant towards you and it's like, "Ah, they're fine."
Mm-hmm. Totally, dude. It's crazy how quick it just
People
completely
want you to
flips.
be nice, and but for some reason it feels so fucking disgusting.
What feels disgusting?
Just being nice for the sake of being nice.
Well,
It's like I'll walk around and be like, I don't want to spend my nice, you know, pleasant
nice
energy
tokens.
on this person.
I don't think you should be nice to people who aren't nice to you.
Ah,
What's the point?
Not-
That's actually a fucked up thing to say, but
well, like if they've done
if-
something, given you a reason to not be nice to them, yeah, but like just because they haven't been good or bad to you doesn't mean you shouldn't.
no, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. But if someone is like outwardly unpleasant to other people, and then it's kind of just like, I don't owe you anything.
That's the
And that's the thing with
yeah.
comedy is like, there you see so many people. It's like, I have to be nice to this person because they have this show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so you're not actually being nice. You're just, it's a means to an end. It means nothing.
Yeah.
Like you're not.
Something else I hate too is like someone would be like, "Oh, I hate that person, or like they try to make you not like someone.
Yeah.
That annoys me too.
They're like, this is your enemy
'Cause
now?
I'm like, I honestly, I disagree with you, or like, or just like, I don't know. I hate this. I hate when somebody you don't respect tries to give you advice,
Oh, man.
or tries to give, or just
What
like,
is the worst piece of advice you gotten from somebody who you did not respect? Who? Wait, who? I'll just bleep the name. Who was it? I have no idea who that is.
don't
so
need to.
I will not bleep
Please
it now.
bleep that name though.
All right, I will bleep it.
Dude, so I used to have this bit, or do this joke, and it would like do well about like Asian accents. Like I would do it at clubs and
Fuck yeah.
But,
Act out.
no,
God.
I wish, dude. So I would I would just pretty like abruptly start the bit by going like, I hate how much fun it is to do a wildly offensive Asian accent, and that would get like, it surprises you, but that would get like crowds like to laugh. They would laugh at that. But I did it at the comedy bar once, and it did not work. And like basically the first half of the joke didn't work, but the end the end always worked because the final punchline was like, and it's I don't have a problem doing Asian accents because I know in Japan there's some guy doing an impression of me. He's going, "Hello, I would like to apply for a credit card."
That's deep.
Yeah,
Doing a Japanese guy doing an
a
American guy?
Yeah.
That's
But
good.
so the first half didn't work, understandable, but that part did well. But then this guy, Pratik, came up to me. He's like, "Hey, can I give you some advice about that joke? Like after the show?" And I was like, in my head, I'm like, it's like the first part bombed. I was like, "Yeah, what?" He's like, "Get to the punchline quicker."
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Fuck.
Be funny. That's just saying be funnier.
It is.
That's
It's just saying I didn't think it was funny for this amount of time.
dude. And
Make
it was
it
also
funnier.
this guy. He would do the thing where he went on stage and made fun of his outfit that he picked out. That like he had written
I
material
cannot
about.
fucking stand
He had a
that.
flower fucking jacket, and he did written materials like, "Oh, this jacket, huh? Isn't this goofy?"
I can't stand that.
It's like that's your big night.
This is your act.
He was there with his girlfriend too. He's like drinking a whiskey. I was like, and the worst part is they loved it.
They always eat that shit up.
Yeah,
Crowds are such fucking retards.
dude, it's like
It's so annoying.
that's what comedy is, dude. It's for fucking dumb. A lot of it is just for dumbasses.
Not for my audience.
looking for.
They
Yeah,
want a message.
Well, yeah, that's when it's like there's comedy savvy audiences, which I mean, are like I guess are like harder to entertain. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think they're the opposite. If it's a comedy savvy audience, you could literally work shit out in front of them, and they'd be like, "Whoa, dude!" Because like my dream,
they would be
dude,
like, "Whoa!" They'd be like,
no.
Well, that'd be
if
good.
you're truly into comedy, like if I could watch one comedian do anything, it would be Chris Rock working out material. Not even him doing a special. It would be him working out material at like 3 a.m.
"Yeah."
That's the coolest thing to somebody who loves comedy is watching somebody do the process of comedy.
I guess, yeah, but I mean, even you could love comedy so much, but then it's still like you're still expecting a performance.
Yeah, I
Expect to
don't
s-
need the performance. I guess but that's very rare
What was I
though.
saying that? Oh yeah, but it's just like I don't know. But yeah, most audiences like aren't. It's just like people who want something to see, so they go, "Oh, the comedy club,
Yeah.
the local comedy club,"
Oh my god.
and it's like you gotta, then that's the challenge is like being yourself, but also being digestible to the layman.
And older people are corny.
Dude,
They're so corny.
comedy forever will just not be for people like over 70.
Correct. I think over like 45. No,
No,
I say like over like 55.
I think even like 60 because I don't know. I just saw Eddie Pepitone and he was like, there was people our age and there was people with like gray hair like in their 60s probably, and he was like ridiculous.
He's dirty, right?
Yeah.
That's very impressive
Yeah.
that you can get both sides.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, you saw that when we did like the Cleveland shows together.
Mhm.
I literally didn't do any jokes that I normally do. I literally just did like all my like like my one-liner jokes.
I don't really know. I'm sorry. I don't really know your like
That's fine.
well, I only see like
I
open mics
normally-
work on new stuff.
Yeah, I normally do like longer bits, and so I did this to
I
For,
watched your 5-minute clip. That was really funny.
Thank
The
you.
one for the lodge.
I can't. So Hannah booked me on this like Hale Street Cantina show, and we get there, and it was literally like there was nobody under the age of 50.
That
And
sucks.
and
dude.
yeah, dude, Kai was hosting.
Oh, old white people
They did not
do
like
not
him.
like Kai.
It
Yeah,
was
that's
funny
so
as
fucked
fuck
up.
though to watch, but and Kai's good,
Mhm.
obviously. But I literally went. I was like, okay, so I can't do a single one of my jokes. So I literally just went into my Rolodex and I wrote out like 20 different set lists, and I literally was just like, what are my corniest, purest like dad jokes that I have? And I just did like corny jokes, all my corniest jokes, and it worked. And it did well. And then so when we were in Cleveland, I did the same thing. I just did all my corny stuff, and it worked. And they liked me. And I was kind of just like, this is what you fuckers like?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's true. It's like why, fucking.
Oh, I'm not bleeping that.
No one's gonna see it.
All right, I'm not bleeping it.
Dude, it's just that's why he's If you can deliver bad jokes with confidence, you can make a living doing comedy.
Clip it. That's so goddamn true, dude. The amount of times I'll be watching somebody killing, and I'll just think like, there's nothing
What the
remarkable about your writing.
Fuck. Yeah, I know.
This is
yeah.
all performance. It's
I know.
performance and writing.
Just makes
together.
you realize how little people give a shit about Like, no one cares about It's like weird
No.
for someone to be a comedy fan.
Yeah,
You know?
totally. I've thought about this a lot. Like, it's so prevalent to have people who are like music nerds
Yeah.
and like know like I like Drake's album, this song from that album. It's so rare that you meet laymen who are just like
Mhm.
Daniel Tosh, people pleaser, 2016 fucking 9/11 joke.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's just comedy is like. Obviously, it isn't, but it is kind of unremarkable. It's just someone talking.
At face value, it's unremarkable, but I think that's what makes it the most remarkable, which is a very gay thing to say. But seriously, like what's so cool about
Well,
it is
most
it's
people don't understand. The thing you just said,
what
the gay thing, but that does make it remarkable.
you're doing the least amount. It's the purest. Dude, this is this is getting so bad, but it's literally the purest art form in my opinion because there's no tassels, there's no frills. It is a guy talking or girl. Good save, Harry. Or they them. But it's just
so gay and
it's literally
misogynistic.
But it's literally just a person talking. That is the simplest thing. That's more simple than a drawing, than a painting, than a song, than anything. It's just a person talking, and then
It feels unremarkable.
it feels unremarkable. Yeah, it's sort of like complex in its simplicity, where it's just kind of like. I mean, I remember watching stand-up before I understood what stand-up was, and I was thinking it was like Daniel Tosh's fucking what was the special? Completely Serious, and I think it's 2012. And I was watching it, and I was like, this guy's just coming up with this stuff on the fly. Like he's just on the rip, just like he's just saying all this. It's so funny. How could a human possibly do this?
Yeah.
It's so impressive.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, so he just like bombed like thousands of times.
Dude, yeah. Did I tell you this? People don't understand comedy. Like one of my coworkers.
No, nobody does.
Someone
frustrating.
brought up how I don't think they weren't like. I kind of like overheard a conversation where someone brought up how like they saw a comedy show and they're like, yeah, this one guy bombed, and then my other coworker was like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, like if you bomb, like you gotta get out of the game. I was like, you idiot, you don't understand.
I know.
How important that is to developing
Actually, he's doing really well.
a real act. Okay, what do you want? Just bullshit crowd work,
Yeah.
Jessica?
What, you just want to clip?
This podcast is getting.
It bothers me so much even when people who don't do comedy just say, I don't like this comedian. Even if I also don't like that comedian, I'll find myself being like, well, they have their own style and voice and like they're clearly doing well.
He's
like,
not for you. It's like, yeah, you don't like heavy metal,
Yeah, exactly.
but you could respect it.
But you could acknowledge that it's great
Yeah.
to some people. I've literally stood up for Matt Rife. Do you know how much that sucks? People have been like shitting on Matt Rife and I'm like, he came up in black clubs in Atlanta, right? As a kid. You know how impressive that is? He's been doing stand-up for 13
You know how
years.
inauthentic you have to be to be the white kid who's like, no, I just really fuck with the 13-year-old white kid in Black Cubs who's like, no, man, I ain't like the rest of white boys.
They have no idea.
I wear Air Force Ones.
They have no idea.
It's crazy. Every day Matt Rife wakes up and keeps deciding to talk like this.
It's working.
That's a decision.
It's working. He decided.
Oh, my God. Anyone in the audience tonight?
Dude, I had a woman comment on my Ariel roast clip.
Yeah.
She said, at Harry Meredith looking like Matt Rife or something.
That doesn't even make any sense.
No. It was, like, really horrible, though. I don't want to... Any association with Matt Rife is no bueno.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't want to do that.
Hey, I'm going to level with you right now. You're a handsome guy.
No. Shut up.
I feel the same way about myself,
Yeah.
but the majority of people who do stand-up look like deep sea monsters. Do you think about that?
All the time. There's no, like I've figured out there's
Do you
like
think it helps or hinders?
it depends. Well, it depends on the I mean,
Have you ever well, go ahead and then I'll be a bitch.
it helps because it kind of is like I don't know what the word is, like something that separates me from other people.
Yeah.
So it's like there is like the, you know, I'm not I'm just I feel so douchey talking about it, but just like the appearance alone is like something you don't see a lot.
No.
But it's like, yes, it's like I go on stage. Or
Especially for men.
yes.
Because women, I feel like if you're a hot female comic, it's like, okay. So that's why,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's like you or I go on stage, immediately just mentally people cross their arms. And you kind of have to really...
Frat boy.
You're like, what the fuck does he have to say? This guy just thinks, you know, he's got, I don't know. And then, but then you just go up there and you like, I don't know. I felt like if you are funny and I, you know, like kind of, you can't say, like, yeah, I know I'm like a handsome guy, but like if you kind of acknowledge.
I know I'm not disgusting.
I know I'm not a fat pig like you disgusting monsters.
Yeah.
You just can't be on the nose with it. You kind of have to write about.
No. I don't even.
You can't even like imply it, really. I mean, you can like imply it or like.
That's my problem with Matt Rife is like, there's nothing funny about being hot.
No.
There's nothing funny
It's
about
not funny.
being
It's not
good-looking.
relatable.
No. Absolutely.
You absolutely should not talk about it on stage.
But so even if he's not referencing it directly, you are wearing the tightest T-shirt I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
That's anti-comedy. That's the exact same thing as a woman having her tits out. Do you want them to focus on your jokes?
I mean, he's almost like I've never seen a Matt Rife joke or show, but like
So good.
it's almost like
surprisingly solid.
Really?
No.
Oh. It's like he's more like a one-man show for like horny chicks.
Absolutely is.
Less than like a, you know.
I would be so disappointed if that was my crowd.
Yeah, and like he was. Like he tried to be edgelord, you know, in his last
He's trying to
special.
break out of that.
Yeah.
Which I kind of respect that he's like he's aware of the niche that he's fallen into. But
I mean,
but also it's like, dude, your fucking poster for your tour is you shirtless holding a microphone.
Yeah.
Don't act like it's a fucking coinky-dink that everybody coming to your show is a fucking girl.
I mean, like I'm sure like his agents and like managers are like
True.
really pushing him to that. But also there's definitely a part of him that's like
Take
this-
your shirt off, Matt.
This is sick. Like dude, he's like 28 too.
Yeah, he's super young.
You know? Of course he's gonna be an asshole.
I don't think he's an asshole.
Or just
Yeah, he's like dude, so that's the thing
I
that's
don't
tough.
know. You
Is
know,
like
I don't know. You
he
know.
seems like a genuine kid, and it's like I'm sure he's a nice guy, but it's so hard to like look at a guy who has like really
He
he's
got
clearly-
work done too.
yeah. And how you look should be the last thing people remember about your stand-up act.
Yes.
I think that stand-up is cool because like so people watch specials. I think that's like the most prevalent like way of like consuming comedy. Well, I guess clips now.
now.
But clips are like a very like a visual medium.
Yeah.
But I love listening to comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And the true mark of a great comedy album to me is, can I listen to this? if you have to see visual cues to like it, I really don't think it's that strong of a comedy album. I think if your writing is good, then I should be able to listen to this and still think it's funny.
I just can't think of them like any off the top of my head, but like I'm sure there are very animated comics who are. Like, do you like Sebastian Maniscalco?
He's not my cup of tea.
No.
He's not my cup of tea.
I kind of like.
That's
I
like the old and corny.
I do enjoy like watching him. I think he's good, but it's like he's act outs.
He is act outs. Oh fuck. The battery on the camera's at 3%. Oh.
Damn.
I can just change the battery.
Sure.
All right. Keep the audio rolling.
What was I gonna say?
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh yeah, I like him, and like his isn't the same without his insane like air squats.
But that's corny.
It's corny to you?
Yeah.
But he's good at it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, so that's the thing is like I acknowledge that that's a part of comedy, and if you have that at your disposal, you should use it 100%.
Yeah.
But also it's like I think me and Drew have talked about this. I think getting a laugh without having to do that is way more impressive.
Yeah.
I think that having that as a tool is cool, and if you're able to use it, you should, absolutely. But I think that at the end of the day, like Norm Macdonald was never doing that shit on stage.
No.
I think Norm is the GOAT.
But yeah, I agree. But at the end, at the end of the day, ultimately, like, what is
Gary Goldman? At the end of the day.
What then, but like, what's the difference? You're like, if it's like entertainment, if like one crazy act out is just as entertaining as one great joke, don't you think it's like the same thing?
What do you mean?
So yeah, I'm more impressed by a joke, but
The act out is the joke.
Or a written joke.
Yeah.
I'm more impressed by writing than act outs, but then it's also like if it's so easy, why isn't everyone doing act outs?
I'm not saying it's easy.
Yeah.
I think it's incredibly difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying I think that we're talking about like how stand up is like the simplest. It's just a guy talking. It's or girl. Just a person talking.
Stand up, what it should be is a non-binary Jewish crippled black woman
Yeah. In a wheelchair. And
doing poetry that's not funny. That's comedy.
with a message.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Dude, I fucking better be recording on that. Yeah. But so it's like I'm not saying it's easy because I watch a high energy comic or somebody who's physical on stage and I always think I could never fucking do that.
Yeah, I feel like an asshole.
It's admirable because it's sort of like you're doing something that I A don't have the balls to do, and then B don't think I could make funny, and like going up there with a bit that you think might be a little risque. I can't imagine. John Hickok was telling this story about a guy who did a bit where he like walked through the audience like shaking his head like back and forth. And he said he watched it, and he was like, it killed harder than I've ever seen anything kill in my entire life.
Yeah, dude.
And then he asked the guy about that after. He was like, that's such a great bit. I've never seen anything kill that hard. And the guy was like, when it bombs, you have no idea. I can't imagine. Like, I can deal with saying a line that's not funny and people don't laugh, but doing a full act out and not getting a laugh,
dude,
holy shit.
act outs and voices when they don't get a laugh.
Yeah.
Whoo-wee, is it suck the air out of the room. Holy crap.
Oh man. I had a at the Easy Bar one time. I was talking to Corey Lara like 2 months into comedy, and I was like, "Yeah, I have this joke. I think I'm gonna say faggot on stage." And he was like, "Don't do that." And I was like, "Why not?" And he was like, "It's a slur." And I was like, "But we're doing comedy." Like, why wouldn't you be able to say that? And the joke was
immovable object on the South Pole force right there.
Exactly. And the joke was that Homo erectus sounds like a spell from Harry Potter that turns you gay. and the joke was gonna be like they go like what's up, you Hufflepuff faggot, Homo erectus, and I did the whole act out. Like I did the whole act out of me on stage going like Homo erectus to dead silence, like vacuous. 2001: A Space Odyssey. You're floating through space silence. It was one of the most crushing moments of my entire life.
Oh man, yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, act outs are not working.
Homo erectus.
You'd think that would be super solid.
Well, okay, you guys didn't like that one.
Yeah, and then you have to do the backtrack after that. Like, well,
Alright,
I've got
well,
a minute and a half left, and I
okay,
need
give me the
this
light.
stage time.
Oh, thank God, there's the light. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. You guys didn't like faggot. Oh, there's it again. I remember the first time. I did like a joke. The first time I had like a joke crush, and then immediately the next day bomb.
That's how that works.
Called me. I did a joke about how like SpongeBob has Down syndrome, and it crushed at Beer Belly. And I did it the next night at like a Lincoln Lodge mic, and it bombed. And while I was on stage, I was like, "Fuck, this worked last night." And then
you said that?
I said that I didn't know. He goes up after me and like calls me out for it and like crushes and makes fun of me.
What'd she say?
She's like, comedy's the only thing that's so volatile. It's like I used to ice skate. You can't ice skate and be like, gotta work on that back turn, or oh man, that one worked last night, and then like looked at me and the room blew up.
She showed you.
But it was so because I knew in the back of my head it was comedy was so big in Chicago, like the Chicago landscape was so big and just grand to me, and then but in the back of my head I was like, I know she stinks.
Pardon?
I know she stinks. I don't have the data and the skills to back it up yet.
Yeah, when you've got like, I have a sneaking suspicion
I-
you're not all that good at this.
I don't understand what all this is yet, but I can tell. I can smell it on you.
I can tell that you're not phenomenal.
Please bleep out. I don't give a shit.
No, I will.
We stop dropping names. Dude. We're talking so much comedy too.
I know, dude. You literally said you didn't want to talk comedy.
I know, but then we just started, and I was like, I don't want to derail it.
2 hours later.
I'm not a comedian until I've been entered by a man
No.
against my will.
People don't like to admit this. But you would be a much better comic had you been raped.
No.
I guess that's where we disagree on
I
comedy.
don't think.
Memory's reconstructive.
Right.
So if you were given enough data, you'd be able to come up with a story. Like, have you ever been caught jerking off?
Nope.
But you were caught on this couch with a
Oh yeah.
woman's tit in
I
your
guess
hand.
That's a story. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, my dad caught me, scolded me.
Hey, it's better than me, dude. My dad died.
That sucked. That's a way worse
My
story.
dad never caught me getting pussy.
Hold on, my girlfriend texted me.
Oh my fucking god, dude. This is unbelievable.
I feel bad because I didn't tell her like what I was doing tonight. I feel like I abandoned her. I have this duty to take care of my woman, Harry,
Yeah, sorry. I only take care of comedy.
and be there for her and make sure she's not lonely. Full girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Have a pooch.
Holy shit. This is why, folks, I could have gone on a date with probably the most beautiful woman I have ever seen in my entire life. Her name was Bella. Lowercase b. She refused to use uppercase letters, which was sort of a massive red flag and probably the main reason that I didn't go on a date with her. I could have gone on a date with her. You saw her.
Dude,
Gorgeous woman.
Harry.
No?
This was
Tell the people how
hottest
beautiful
chick
she was.
of fucking all time.
So hot.
She was indie.
We talked for 2 weeks on the Hinge app.
So like
Thousands of messages.
Like she shouldn't be. She was so interested in Harry. Like she shouldn't be that interested in any man because of how hot. Like that level of hot.
No.
Like the fact that she was engaging with anyone this much.
Yeah. It was silly.
It's ridiculous.
And then the day before we were going to go on a date, I woke up and texted her, "Sorry, I have to do comedy tomorrow."
I think you're using comedy as like an excuse to
I
not
definitely
put yourself
am.
out there. Yeah.
I definitely
You're
am.
smart enough to know that.
Yeah.
I know you know that.
I know what I'm doing. But
yeah.
also, I do truly feel that way in some capacity, enough to justify doing it. Dude, come on.
Or do you, or you just tell yourself that?
All the above.
I feel like dude. You're really smart. You know, like,
No, I'm not. Dude, but if you are with a woman that is beautiful, you're going to spend less time on comedy, and you're going to get worse at comedy.
I haven't gotten worse at comedy. I just.
The cost of love is a. Oh my fucking god, dude. See, this is the thing. Is like we're working our career right now, and it's actively interrupting.
Sorry, what was that? We're working our career right now. This is our career.
This is our career.
Mm-hmm.
This is a job.
We're making $0.
I try to tell explain to my friends, 'cause they're like, oh, 'cause I'll tell them like, I do X amount of hours on my job, but then also I'm doing open mics like every night.
Yeah.
And they're always like, but you like open mics, you love comedy, and it's like, yes, but I am doing a job for free.
Yeah.
Like, people get paid to do this for a living. I'm doing it for free.
Yeah.
It's still a job.
Yeah, it's like when this is so good. When an artist goes and paints. Yes, they may be pursuing their passions and fulfilling their purpose, but it comes at a cost. Hold on, I gotta text my girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Kyle Corbin.
Well, you shot that. Zaza Pachulia.
I bought a single-sized bed frame just so I wouldn't have sex.
200. 3-pointer this season for Kyle Corbin.
There's Kyle Corbin again.
How about 2 in a row, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I really genuinely wish you could just be fully honest with people all the time.
Oh, yeah.
God, that'd be so great.
Did you see when Pearl?
No, dude, the power of editing
When
is.
she
I'm slurring now.
did you see it? She wore a hot dog suit. She went on stage in a hot dog suit, and
No fucking way.
Terry, she didn't address it.
Oh, it's so good.
She just did her normal set in a hot dog suit, and then no one else brought it up. I went up
Maybe
like
I was wrong about her. I might respect her. To not acknowledge it is fucking legendary.
It was actually sick.
Good for her.
I went up like 10 comics later, and I was
God
the
damn.
first person to bring it up.
Really?
Yeah.
How did she do in the hot dog suit? The same material?
I was fucking dying. It was it was a pearl
Yeah,
set.
but
Yeah.
were you dying because
It was like she went up in the hot dog suit, and everyone kind of, the initial like, ha, like they could all see her in the room. It's like he was waiting to do a set in a hot dog suit.
oh man, I didn't even think about the wait. Just
The
sitting there
host brings
waiting
her
to
up.
go up.
She's like kind of in the front row already, so it's not even like it's just awkward. She has to ask someone to move.
Because she does a lot of emo material.
Ilyasova. He's been hot. Not this time. Teague the rebound. Kyle sprints to the other end.
You got to know where this guy at all times. There he is again.
How about 3 in a row?
I like being alone. I like putting my head on the pillow at night and thinking nobody else is thinking about me. You know?
No, you don't.
Dude, I'm so lonely.
Yeah, Harry.
I saw a girl. Did I tell you about this?
No.
I saw a girl. I got high and I was going to to my gym to write. It's a climbing gym, so they have a writing area. And you wouldn't get it, dude. I was walking to there to go write, and then I I walked by Skinner Park, which is right by my apartment, and I saw this girl playing with her golden retriever. And I literally just sat there with my notebook and just took notes on what was happening. And I was just like in love with this girl.
So
Brunette.
You just
Well,
were.
so I'm a writer, I'm an author. I have books. I'm writing another book. And anytime I see somebody that's like very specific, I'll just take notes on them
Yeah.
so I can make them a character in my next book or something.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Super cool. And it was like a very distinct interaction between her and her golden retriever, and I was like, this is very endearing. And brunette, high ponytail,
Okay.
gray cutoff, midriff exposed, black leggings, white Converse, high socks, satchel, like a one strap pack around her waist.
Mhm.
And the way she was playing with her dog was so incredibly like magnetic.
Mhm.
It was just like there was such a like a clear relationship between
Mhm.
them. And she was like juking him out and stuff in the park, and I literally just like fell in love with this girl, just like watching her play with her dog. And I was like, she would be such a good mother of my children, because that's all that matters at the end of the day is
Yeah,
my
dude.
offspring.
Mhm.
And then she walked all the way around the park. I was like, I'm not gonna go up to her. That's ridiculous. And then she walked all the way around the park to the point where she went from being 50 yards in front of me to literally being 10 feet to my right. And I was like, this is destiny. This is fate.
You know where this guy at. If you don't, he's gonna make you pay.
Kyle flying down the
They're
way.
making it 4 in a row. Let's get it.
And that
And then and I just pussied out. And I just didn't go up to her.
Damn. Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't want to be a creepy guy. I don't want to bother her.
Approaching people approaching a chick like that's so hard.
I know. And it's kind of just like she's
Hey, I
having a
couldn't
nice
help but notice your relationship with your dog was really endearing
almost
and magnetic.
verbatim what I was going to say. I was like,
That might work.
I think it would. I think it would absolutely work if I went up and I was like, I just want to say the relationship that the dynamic that you and your dog have is really beautiful. She would have been like, oh my God, are you serious?
I mean, it's just like people's lives are so boring.
People's lives are so boring.
That you doing that would have been like odd, but like
That's so much validation.
But like, yeah, like oh my.
You
like,
think
like
that
you
this
noticed
is-
her? You saw her.
I saw her.
I saw you.
She's in my notebook. I'm never going to see her ever again.
Maybe go back to the park.
I've tried.
You know, when I was a kid, I read the Percy Jackson series, and I had a crush on Annabelle. Did you read these books?
Yeah.
Okay, I had a crush on Annabelle, and then I had a dream that I met her at this public library that's around here.
No way.
So the next day, I just walked and hung out at that library because I thought she might be real, and I might run into this fictional character I saw in my dream.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Did anything come out of it?
The next night, she raped me in my dream.
Good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You made it. There has to be a demographic that you find more attractive than the rest.
I mean, I'm generally more attracted to white women.
For me, it's like pitch black dark women. Where it's like you just
I
The
would fuck you sideways.
cradle it. Yeah. Ari Meredith.
Meredith.
I would fuck you sideways.
Lick on my dark chocolate pussy.
We can't post that. Yo, you know what's kind of cool?
We can't post any of
We're
this.
2 hours and 20 minutes into this.
That's crazy.
No one's gonna make it to that.
No.
So we can say whatever we want.
No.
is why they sell out this building every night to come see this man shoot the basketball.
Yeah, so my point is from that whole story is I am immensely lonely. And I go to bed every single night thinking about how alone I am. But it doesn't matter because I've got comedy.
You got comedy, baby.
Got comedy. That's
you
all I
You
need.
have an outlet for your melancholy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really channel that in my bits.
But do you guys? Oh shit! Look, okay. She's got a fat ass. Let's nail that down.
The reason people like certain comedians is because they like the comedian, not their jokes.
Yeah. Like, that's
But I
cheap.
don't want that to be the case. I want my jokes to be like,
You want to be a writer?
yeah. I want my jokes to be the jokes like Norm. I want people. I mean, people love Norm,
Yeah.
but I want people to be like hanging out and then repeat my joke in conversation and be like,
Yeah.
"Have you heard this bit?"
Yeah.
And then say that. That to me is what success is. Is a group of people repeating your joke and then it killing.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is the ultimate. Or you know the final scene in Whiplash? Yeah, we're getting there.
We made it.
The final scene in Whiplash.
Our third topic.
Have you seen Whiplash?
Yeah.
Where he's playing the drums. And his dad is looking through the crack in the door.
Mm-hmm.
And he's watching his son finally and he's like fully understanding like this is how much this means to him and he's this good at this thing. That's my dream. Is that I'm on stage telling a bit about how fat Harriet Tubman's ass is. And my mom is at Carnegie Hall looking through the crack in the door. And she's saying, God damn. He really is passionate about this shit. Look at him.
This joke got him booked on his first show.
She's got no idea. That's my dream. Happiness is a construct.
Happy's not you have it or you don't. It like comes and goes and has ups and downs. But
True.
Like,
It's like
peace-
love.
Yeah, love. Man, this is the gayest. This is the gayest podcast. I thought it was gonna be like.
Yeah, we started out saying we
Coming.
started out hot,
You
dude. And we're yo.
You gotta love. You just gotta find. It's about family.
This is so retarded.
Happiness is like racism.
I was working on a bit about this.
Yeah.
So hate. Okay, so people question every single day. Like you can Google "is love," and the first thing that'll come up is love real?" Or like "what is love?" or something. Now you're fucking texting your girlfriend 'cause you love her. Oh my god. See, that's real love. No one's ever been like, "Do I know what hate is?" Like everybody's experienced hate. Hate is such a visceral emotion.
Oh,
It's
that's
so
so
it's
interesting.
so undeniable. Like hate. Nobody has ever been like, "Have I ever experienced hate?"
No one's given you a reason to question hating them.
Exactly, 100%. You hate people without knowing them. Part of the joke was I was like when I walked up here, some of you were like, "I fucking hate that guy." I don't
That's
even
funny.
know why,
Yeah. I
but
remember
you
doing
do.
that. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I have to revisit that. But it's really interesting how like the positive things are all like way more intangible than the negative things. Negative emotions are so visceral. They're so easy to like if you ask somebody like what's the lowest point of your life, it's so much easier to answer or even think about than like what's the greatest part of your life? What's the greatest thing that's ever happened to you?
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting. We just never like can fully appreciate the good shit.
Yeah, dude.
It's very sad.
Maybe we can't. You know.
No, we can't.
It's just like we just like are in these like negative thought loops and condition ourselves to just focus on the negative. You know, that's why like gratitude as gay they do work.
Gratitude?
Like gratitude journals, like you write down like 3 things you're grateful for. And I swear to God, dude,
No way.
when I do that,
No
I don't do it consistently, but I've done it before, and it helps. It's nice, dude.
No, it's a good thing.
I'm not
It's a good
even-
thing.
I'm-
It's a good
you
thing.
know what? That's
It's a good
not-
thing.
that
It's a
one's
good
not
thing.
gay.
It's
I-
not gay.
I
It's
own
not
that
gay.
one.
It's extremely straight. Biological, the Oonga Boonga brain coming out.
The Oonga Boonga brain loves to play with the weak.
Oonga Boonga, good. It's like the cat that plays with the mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That's why every time I bring a beautiful woman back to my apartment, I sort of tease her a little bit before bringing her back to my single bed.
Did you really buy a single with the idea in mind that I'm not to not have sex?
Mm-hmm.
Like a rapper getting a face tattoo so they can't get a real job?
Yeah. Seriously.
You should write a bit about that because that's crazy.
It's true.
That's
And-
almost one of those things. If you brought up on stage, I would like find it hard to believe.
It's very true. And also for space. But
Yeah, dude.
but But it was definitely in the forefront of my brain when I bought it. I was like, also, I will not be having sex. And ironically, the company that I bought it from, get this, the name of the company, Get Laid Beds. Pretty fucking nuts.
Nice.
Pretty fucking nuts. And
Get
one of the
Laid.
reviews on their website, there was like, this is a very inappropriate name for a bed frame company. And I was like, no, it's very good.
Bro, you just don't get laid. You don't get it. You don't get laid. Like, you do not have sex, and also you don't get it. Like, you don't get laid.
Yeah, you don't get it, and you don't get it.
Yeah.
I think a woman would appreciate the fact that I have a nice wooden bed frame and have sex with me on a single bed.
But it's the shape of a race car.
Correct. But it's not about the shape of the race car. It's about the fact that you want to go fast.
It's not the shape of the race car. It's the fact that you want to go fast.
Speed.
That breath you just took sounded like a race car.
Yeah.
You'll hear it in post.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to have to fucking listen
I
to
don't know.
every minute of this.
If
Like,
you
you
should-
realize that? Like, I have to listen to, because we've said 50 names I have to bleep. I literally have to listen to this entire thing.
What if you just save yourself the work, and we redo this another time?
put it out raw?
No, not what I was getting at.
No, this is going out. It has to. We've talked about love and happiness.
Okay.
Look, we've got 6 minutes until the 3-hour mark. I say we hit that and then we call it.
Okay, 3-hour podcast. Joe Rogan doesn't have shit on us.
No, he doesn't. Sam was literally telling me, he's like, you got to do 40 minutes tight. You got to cut out the bad stuff. And I was like, no.
No.
We leave it all
long
in.
form.
Long form. That's in right now, long form.
Long form.
Because if somebody, think about this, riddle me this. This is not a riddle. But if somebody watches the entire podcast, which I know at least 3 people who will. My cousin Matthew,
Big fan.
Hannah Belmont, and I'm sure one
It's
more
a
person.
long of a I think what you need, like
A fat pussy.
yeah, what is it? Like the Cinderella or finds a slipper that fits? Like a 400-pound, 6-foot tall black woman.
Yeah. That's what I need.
That's your Cinderella.
Or Caitlin Clark.
Or Caitlin. She could probably take some dick.
It's really frustrating because I know she's dating a D1 athlete right now.
Really?
Yeah. He's probably giving it to her pretty good.
Yeah, he's probably dicking her down. She looks like she doesn't like sex. Like she looks sterile. Or like neutered.
No, I would say she looks stoic.
No, she looks like a bird, dude. she
Bird? I
doesn't have
love birds.
She looks like she doesn't have a pussy.
She absolutely does have a pussy.
She doesn't look like she has one.
No, she's got a nice pussy.
She looks like she has
I'm sure she does.
a gill instead of a pussy.
A gill?
She can breathe water through her taint.
Gills are tight,
Yeah.
I've heard.
Oh,
Like a tight gill.
tight gill.
Ava Gill. I have to bleep that. That's a girl from my high school.
Is that my sister? Hey, Sam. How's it going?
Oh, man, this looks so gay.
I'm here with my friend Harry.
Hey.
We're recording a podcast in the living room. I'm not.
Every time I see a boy on Hinge, I'm like, let me delete it.
No. I'm 6, maybe 6.5 inches. 6 foot.
How tall are you?
Well, now I don't want to answer.
What are you, 5'11"?
No, I'm 6 foot.
Alright,
Okay.
now, back to back.
Fuck!
No, I don't care. I don't want to
go,
get up.
Stand up.
No, it's gay.
I actually have to see this.
I for real don't want to do that. I don't care.
I feel like, yeah, I'm like 6 foot, but I give off the energy of like a 6'4" guy. Right?
You give off the energy of a 6'4" guy who is.
I'm gonna be honest. I've known you for 2 minutes.
7.
7 minutes. You give off the energy of a 5'10" guy.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That hurts a lot.
But now back to back.
No.
Front to front. That's
Back to front.
whoa. That's like my dreams. I've had dreams of being raped.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
He got his dick squeezed by a man.
very hard. We talked about love and happiness.
We got real. We took it.
3 minutes.
We took.
It's all in 3 minutes.
We took
3 hours.
3 hours.
Oh, I thought you said 3 minutes.
No, I
No.
said 3:02, but we'd been talking for 3 hours.
We took a little bit of shrooms.
The camera died. Yeah.
Oh, there's a camera too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it died.
Did you guys film?
No. We should have.
I mean, if porn is a synonym for the best podcast ever, then yeah.
I actually am going to put this out. It's funny to me that we're still talking to mics right now. But like,
Me too.
I actually am going to put this out. I'm going to put at least 2 hours and 45 minutes
You
out.
have to.
Max like dropped so many names in the comedy scene that
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to bleep. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Well, it's just like we're just hanging out, so it's like, oh yeah, fucking, you know, guy's retarded.
Yeah, he is. But yeah.
I mean, I don't think you can get rid of hiccups.
There's a mouse. There's a mouse. If you caught the mouse and put it in your hands, there's no way you'd still have hiccups.
You eat the mouse.
Maybe
Yeah,
like
seriously,
I
though.
feel like going for a run. The fact that you want to post this.
Yeah, I do. It's so real. There's nothing like this anymore.
Dude, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, same. I have to coach kids in like 5 hours.
We gotta end this podcast. Over. End.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. It's been really great hanging out with you guys. And yeah, I don't regret any of this.
I regret all of it.
All right.
Dude, come on. I'm so tired.